if I'm on or not. Hey, Stu, man. Let me see. Yep, looks like I'm on. Let me share out the stream real quick though, because I don't want to. Let's see. Before we start. Do 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 do. Let's see here. Hey there, Radical. That's all right. I mean, at least thanks for. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Let me share out the stream though, real quick. I don't know why. Let me share out the stream real quick. Thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate that greatly. Um, Let me share this out and then I'll get started. Uh, all right, I tweeted it out. It's all right. You can always watch it after the stream is over. So on my YouTube channel and stuff. So it's not a huge deal if you can't stay or not. I know most people are working at this time, so or doing other things, but it's the only time I could find to do this live stream. So that's why. Oops. What did I just do that for? All right. So that's that. I'm gonna wait. What time is it? 2:30 exactly. So let me just. Well, thank. Yeah, I get it. Don't worry about it. You have to work. I mean, I understand. Shit. I mean, I'm underemployed myself, so I'm at home today. It's the only time I can do it. So I'm like, why not? Yes, pretty much. And I'm gonna go over that because I went on Twitter yesterday, and I talked. It was about the protests, the anti-vax protests. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. and I pointed out there was an obvious difference between the anti-vax and anti-mandate, and people lost their minds. So that's what I'm going to go over today, along with a few other things. So I'll probably be on like an hour, but you can always watch it on my YouTube channel and the whole stream. So and I'll also be sharing. I'll also be editing clips and stuff and uploading it eventually. So yeah, it is. Our country is fucked, lack of a better word. All right, so I guess I'm gonna start it now because I already shared the stream out. So we'll see. Yeah, no problem. All right, yeah, go, go, go. You got to go to work. I get it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I mean, thank you, appreciate it. All right, so why? Whoops, I just okay, that's good. So yep. Damn, you can't really see this. Hold on a sec. Let me see how I make it bigger. Let's see how that looks. A little better. Let me make it 200 because I want. Uh, yep. So let's see here. So let's see. There's two people watching. That's more than I expected, honestly. But let's do this. Yesterday, if you follow me on Twitter, which is at Angel Rivera. I butchered my own Twitter. Let me try this again. If you follow me on Twitter at Angel J Rivera 08, you'll see this tweet. This is the tweet I responded to. In fact, I even forgot what tweet I was responding to. That's how ridiculous this I am. This is the tweet I was responding to. Marvel actress I butchered her name, whatever, attended the DC X protest last weekend where RFK Jr. said, blah, 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 blah. Body sovereignty. Okay, fine. Doesn't really matter much. This is my tweet. Because he's this dude is a let me say, as you can see here, he's the senior entertainment editor for the Daily Beast. Senior entertainment editor. So I called him the senior editor, which he isn't, but whatever. Don't wrap this up. No, not yet. I just started. Anti-vax isn't the same thing as anti-mandate. I said the protest in Washington Saturday as was an anti-mandate protest. You are a senior editor. I should have put senior entertainment editor, but that's fine. Of the Daily Beast. And it's embarrassing you can't tell the difference. That's my tweet. That tweet solves the shitstorm, or lack of a better word, because let's see. You can see here I got 27 retweets and 492 likes as of this moment, and I never get that many retweets or even likes. So I was like, "Whoa! Looks like my tweet just caused a. I went mini viral here. Hmm. Have to drink my coffee, or else a senior editor. Okay, well, yeah. I mean, he's the entertainment senior entertainment editor, so that's why when I put Marlo Stern, never heard of the guy, but senior entertainment editor for the Daily Beast, Columbia Journal professor, hoping that I know the ledge. I don't know what he's referencing by that, but yeah, and Columbia. He's a journalism professor at Columbia, huh? Well, I now it makes more sense because he's a shitlib, obviously, and especially he works for the Daily Beast. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, let's see. I want to go through some responses here. This dude, where are the anti-seatbelt mandate protests? Seems like the only mandate they care about is the testing/vaccine mandate. Seems like that's the part they care about. Yeah, that's a red herring. That's what I put down here. It doesn't. Well, I don't care about this and the seatbelt mandates. Yeah, I mean, seatbelts are proven to save lives. Seatbelts are proven to save lives. I can't even spit it out properly. And meanwhile, the vaccine is up in the air whether it can save lives or not. The old let's focus on syntax because I got nothing argument. No, I do have something. In fact, this is what I have right here. I don't know what she's talking about. I have nothing because I have everything. Because not every person that went to that protest was anti-vaccine. They were anti-mandate. I'm sure some people there were fully vaccinated or even partially vaccinated. Hell, even boosted. I'm sure there had to be people there that were anti-vaccine. Anti-vaccine. Yeah, anti-vaccine definitely. Some people there I'm sure were anti-vaccine, but some were not anti-vaccine. They were just anti-mandate. Like me, I didn't go to the protest. I wish I did. I kind of regret not going because I would have gotten footage and it would have been uploaded in my Twitter and YouTube and all that stuff, and they would have pissed off more. So let's see. The odd thing to protest, given there are no mandates. Again, there were a mandate. The Biden administration was desperate to do a mandate, and the Supreme Court luckily struck it down as unconstitutional. I put, yeah, but the administration was attempting to unconstitutionally use OSHA in order to institute a vaccine mandate, so the protest was valid. That's exactly what it was. Let me see. There's another one. I think. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. not really mandating a vaccination is fine. No, it's not fine, especially with a vaccine that is not really proven to work, or it's proven to work, but not proven to what word I'm looking for? It's not proven to stop the spread of COVID. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not up to the government to tell us what we can and cannot put in our bodies. So let me see if there's any more responses here. Oh yeah, this one. Nope. SCOTUS badly reasoned opinion that the OSHA mandate was overreach because it's somehow not a workplace risk despite the unique combo increased risk in unavoidability. Vaccine mandates in general have been supported by SCOTUS for over a century. All right, a few things. One, OSHA cannot regulate stuff outside of the workplace. You can get COVID outside of the workplace, not just in the workplace. OSHA is designed for regulations like hard hats, boots at work, and you work in a warehouse because I've been through OSHA regulations. I've worked at a warehouse where we had to wear the hard hats, the glasses, and like steel toed boots because we were working with very expensive things and not very expensive things. We were working with very dangerous things, and the boxes were heavy, and and if you drop a box on your foot, it could break your foot, and so yeah, so which is why we had to wear the stuff. That's what OSHA is for. OSHA is not there to tell you to get a vaccine of a virus that you can get outside of the workplace. So, and then this part here, vaccine mandates in general have been supported by the SCOTUS for over a century. Yes, that's true. State vaccine mandates, local vaccine mandates, like the vaccine mandates for smallpox and for tuberculosis and all that stuff. The vaccines you have to get when you go to school. That's what you have to do or not do, but that's what the vaccine mandate Supreme Court supports. It's the what was that decision called? It was called something versus Massachusetts. What is it? Hey vegan, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here from Washington State. Thank you for taking the time to watch my little stream here. All right. So it's something versus Massachusetts. Why am I forgetting? Mass Jacobson. Luckily, I searched it before. Jacobson v. Massachusetts. And so that's the case he's talking about. But that case specifically talks about state vaccine mandates. For the state of Massachusetts, it was a smallpox vaccine. That's what we're talking about here. Nobody's talking. There's no standard for the federal government to go and what's the face? Go tell us to get a vaccine, even though using OSHA. Here's the thing: if Joe Biden passed a vaccine mandate through Congress, that would be different. Even though I wouldn't like it still. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't like it, but at least there's a law behind it. There's no law here. He just straight up used OSHA illegally in order to get his vaccine mandate through because he was too lazy to get it through Congress. Can he get it through Congress? No, there's no way. But at least if he would have tried, I'm like, hey, at least he tried. But I still would have been against the vaccine mandate for the reasons I just stated. All right, there's more. OSHA can't institute a vaccine mandate for an illness that you can get outside of the workplace to regulate workplace hazards. That's what they're responding. This dude here said you can fall off a ladder at home. OSHA can't regulate ladders at work. That's a red herring. I mean, yeah, you can get a ladder. You can use a ladder at your house, but you also use a ladder at your job. Meanwhile, COVID you can outside of work. You can get it outside of work. I mean, my friend, you can get it. You can get it. I can get it right now going outside. I can get it right now going outside. And no, I don't have any mods. I mean, it's my first stream, so I don't know exactly how to get mods. But yeah, what was I saying? I lost track. Why did I just lose track? What I had to say? What was I saying? I forgot. Doesn't matter. It must have been not that important. All right, let's first most. Can't read. Foremost is not a vaccine mandate. if you aren't required to get vaccinated. But Biden's vaccine mandate requires you to get vaccinated. What are you talking about? Second, it was largely incorrectly struck down by the Supreme Court last week for the Valley. Okay, I already read this, but I already read this one. But yeah, I mean, it is a mandate. It's the same. We all gotten mandated vaccines on our lives. The vaccines that are mandated at a local level and are diseases and viruses that actually kill more people than COVID has done, which is true. I mean, that's just a simple truth. Oops. Uh, I was in DC with students and we saw the protests from afar there. There were a lot of anti-vaccine rhetoric. Honestly, more anti-vaccine than anti-mandate. Ah, shoot. Give me 1 second. I gotta take this phone call. Sorry about that. I had a phone call coming in, and I'm on hold now. It's a pretty important phone call, so hopefully this won't take long. I apologize. I didn't realize this call would be coming in now because if I did, then I would have, not done the stream right now. But all
Taking the transfer. Hold on.
right, no problem. This sucks. Where was I?
Now I know why it's not taking the transfer because it's extension 2118.
Oh,
I was missing a number. So extension 2118. Her name is Gretchen. I'm going to transfer you to extension 2118. Please hold.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. If we get disconnected, please call back and dial extension 2118. Hold on.
All right, thank you. Jesus Christ. Oops, hold on. I'll be here. I'll be. It's okay, vegan. I mean, it's not much. Yeah, I have to get some mods or something because because I have to, I mean, I know there's bots in here and stuff, and I don't really know how to delete them, so I'm kind of stuck like that. So I'm just waiting for these people to get off a hold, and I'll continue and finish off the stream. I just didn't expect this call right now, so I'm like, holy shit, are you kidding me? You're calling me now? I thought you called me tomorrow or something.
Hello?
Hello, I'm here. Oh, jeez. Sorry about that. Um, my customers. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell the story real quick. What happened is that was my therapist office, and because I go this therapy and because I'm bipolar, so I'm just gonna tell the story real quick because I want to tell it. And my therapist left, and this is back in December. I've been calling him, going back and forth since December about trying to get a new therapist, get an appointment scheduled. So finally, I was like, I'll call them tomorrow. We're gonna get this done. Instead, they called me right now, and I spent the next 15, 20 minutes here trying to get an appointment with my therapist. So yay, I wasn't expecting that. So you get to watch me for 15, 20 minutes, just sitting here while sitting here looking at my face and talking to this lady, trying to figure out when I can get my next appointment. So it looks like I'll be seeing a new therapist next Monday. So that's what happened there. I just wasted 10 minutes there. But all right, so let's continue with this. Sorry about that. So let's see. All right, here we go. Anti-mandate was a planned euphemism for the anti-vaxxer masker science rally planners to use to be seen more reasonable. It was a sham. Daily Beast usually get things right. Yeah, the Daily Beast usually gets things right. I put interesting conspiracy theory you got there. I mean, yeah, because it's like, really, dude? I mean, come on. I mean, they were people that were vaccinated there. And it's like, they can't get that through their thick skulls. They think, no, no, no. By definition, everyone that was there had to be unvaxxed. They had to be right wing. They had to be this, or else they had to be what we say they are. Or else then we're just gonna ignore you and keep using our talking points like we're robots or something. Somebody put mental gymnastics. That's a 10. Yeah, I mental gymnastics because I told you the difference between unvaxxed and vaccinated, or anti-mandate and anti-vaccine. Yeah, I can't. I'm spitting things out. I can't even spit it out right. Mental gym. Yeah. No, I'm not going to read that one. They called it anti-mandate because anti-vax is less popular. The agenda was the same. Yeah. Again, I didn't see all these, honestly. I didn't respond to all of these because after people that were speaking, they're talking about how they got injured by the jab. Yeah, I mean, I saw that too. I saw some of those speeches, and it was like, that's real. I mean, these people act like it doesn't even exist. I didn't even see all these. I got so many responses. I didn't even see all of them. So I didn't see this one either. Doesn't even matter. That was a MAGA rally. The signs, the flags, the chants had nothing to do with COVID. MAGA rally, ladies and gentlemen. All those people there, if you were there in Washington on last Saturday, you were all MAGA. You were all Trump supporters. You were all MAGA. You're all Trump supporters. You're all MAGA. Congratulations, by the way, for being Trump supporters. Make sure you vote in November for the Republicans. That's what they think of you. This one, I do understand your point, but there's a huge overlap between the two groups. I would say a minority of anti-mandate heat vaccine. Even Eva Eveline, I can't. I'm bad. I'm horrible with names. Lily, I guess based on her anti-quarantine views, is not likely vaccinated or pro-vaccine. I don't know her. You can tell me if she's pro-vaccine or not. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, there's some people that are a minority of anti-mandate or pro-vaccine. I don't know whether it's a minority, whether it's half, or I don't think that's really the point. It's more like there were some people there that were pro-vaccine but anti-mandate. I don't know the number. You can't. I'm not going to give you half of them or 75% of them or 25% of them are pro-vaccine. I don't know. I don't know who this dude is. He's confirmed. He's a blue check on here Twitter. So he responded, "I'm vaccinated but heavily anti-mandate. A lot of people I know who are anti-mandate don't say anything because they don't want to be labeled as anti-vax, fascist, right-wing, Nazi, etc. I'm starting to think it's a silent majority. It could be. I agree. It could be because there are a lot of people who are obviously afraid of being called, those things, which is why they don't say they're anti-mandate. And hell, I've gotten it. I've been called anti. See a deer. I've been called anti-vax. I've been called right wing. I've been called Nazi before, so I haven't been called fascist yet. But that's coming, and I'll be called fascist at some point. This is the same kind of gaslighting they did for the March for Medicare for All. Yeah, it's exactly what they did. I mean, this is the same same old crap. It's the same playbook, the same exact playbook. At this point, there's no difference. Have you heard the reporting on the substance of the protest? The substance of the protest was anti-mandate. It literally says it in the signs. Anti-mandate protest. That's not fine. So I don't know what he's talking about there. Come on, man. You don't even believe that. Yes, I do. Yes, I do believe it, or else I wouldn't have tweeted that out. If I didn't believe it, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to tweet this out. I don't believe it. I'm not the type of person that tweets stuff out that I don't believe. So yeah, I believe it. If you say you're anti-mandate, 99 times out of 100 you'll be called anti-vax. Absolutely true. It's happened to me. I just spit all over the place. Perfect. These people know the difference, and they don't care. Yeah, exactly. They do know the difference, and they don't give a shit because it's not about that. It's about the political. It's politics. You dare be against COVID, you dare be against the vaccines, then you're going to be called anti-vax, and you're going to be called right wing. You're going to be called MAGA. You're going to be called Trump supporter. This guy, he looks like an emo. I mean, to be real, I mean, he has the blue hair and weird different hair colors and stuff. So he must be some kind of emo. If that's slur, I apologize, but that's what it looks like to me. Hey, Ames, sorry to hear the mandates are affecting you. I discovered one weird trick to avoid them is free and foolproof and simple. Even a 5-year-old can do it. And when you click this link here, it's a link to a vaccination website, which is why I put I'm already fully vaccinated. When I say waffle fries suck, doesn't make me anti-potato. Yeah, it's just dumb. This person put a laughing emoji, or not emoji, but GIF. But okay, whatever. All right, let's see. There's some other ones. Oh, here we go. Anti-mandate is effectively the same as anti-vax. Again, it's like I got the same thing over and over again. I felt like, wait, I got this 10 tweets ago. Why are you sending me the same shit? You're sending me the same tweet over and over again. Stop with the word game nonsense. Word game. It's not word game. It's two separate definitions. That's because Merriam-Webster decided to conflate the two. Doesn't mean that it's all of a sudden one thing. It's not. Anti-mandate means against vaccine mandates. Anti-vaccine means you're against the vaccine. It's two different things. It's here and here. It's not one word. Uh, doesn't matter what it's called. If you spend the whole rally bemoaning vaccine, then it's actually anti-vax rally. Yeah. People, it drove me crazy yesterday. I kept getting notifications every 3 to 5 seconds, and they kept blabbing about, oh, well, yeah, I mean, anti-vax is anti-vaccine, and all my other talking points. Listening, and they were all spewing anti-vax crap. Anti-vax. Yeah, I mean, most people were talking about how the vaccine hurt them or injured them somehow, which has been happening more and more. Which is people have finally been speaking out, which I'm glad that way people know that there's a risk to these vaccines. That's just what the anti-vaxxers say. Oh, this is a confirmed account. Let me see. Brooke Binowski. I mean, I don't know who the hell this is. I don't know if you guys know her or not, but managing editor of trutherfiction.com, eRumor. I don't know who this is. She was angry at me and decided to respond. She says, "Oh, please, like we don't all know by now that that's the bullshit anti-vaxxers all say. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm just against mandates. Sure, bud. Sure. Embarrassing. You don't notice. Did I respond to her? I don't. Let me see. I don't remember. Oh yeah, I did. No, I didn't. Did I? Wait. Yeah, I did. Here we go. LOL. Like I said many times, I'm sure there are some people that are. I'm sure some of the people that went to the rally are anti-vaccine. However, it doesn't mean everyone that went to the rally was anti-vaccine. Me personally, I'm anti-mandate but fully vaccinated. I'm not sure if she responded to me or not. Let me see. No, no, she didn't. Which is not surprising because I didn't expect her to respond to me because she's there to spew her talking points and then leave. It wasn't like she wanted to have a conversation with me. Whoever the editor of truthandfiction.com, which I don't know why I'm saying it. I want to promote a website, but I just did. Look at the restream chat on screen balls. Yeah, I mean, they think all jabs are the same. Some are sterilizing, some aren't, and require a booster every 6 to 8 months because they suck. Doesn't make you against the jabs, just the one that suck. Yeah, I mean, me personally, I when it comes to vaccines in general, I mean, yeah, I got all the vaccines when I was a boy. I mean, my mom got every single last one of them for me. And now as an adult, I mean, the flu shots, I don't get the flu shot every year. Hell, the last time I got it was like I think 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I don't really get sick that often. And and when I do, it's like a minor cold because I take care of myself. I mean, that's the key. What I think, yeah, I mean, vaccines are important, but at the same time, if you take care of yourself, if you eat right, exercise, lose weight. And I'm not trying to be, like a anti weight, anti fat people. I mean, that's not the correct term, but yeah, that's what I'm saying because I can't think of the actual term right now. I'm not trying to be anti fat, but people that are bigger tend to be more sick. I mean, it happened to me. At one point, I was 200 and my biggest 230 pounds at my biggest, and when I was 230, I got diabetes, I got high cholesterol, I had all these other illnesses, and I got sick easier because I was overweight. My body had to, you know, had to had to compensate for that. But luckily, I lost 60 pounds within a year or two, and when I lost that weight, my immune system improved drastically. So, yeah, this whole thing about just obsessed with the vaccine. Yeah, vaccines are important, and it helps people. When you get vaccinated, it helps. It makes sure that you personally don't get sick and you personally don't die. That's and that's important, especially if you have an autoimmune disease or you have some kind of underlying health issue. If you need to get the vaccine, please get it, but don't try to force it on the rest of us who don't really need it or even want it. Even if you do need it and don't want it, that's totally up to you. I'm not going to tell you what you need, what you need to get, and what you don't need to put in your body. All right. I'm gonna go through more of these. I have a couple more things I wanted to talk about real quick before I end this. It's 3:05. I still have time. I got to cook dinner around 4 o'clock, so yeah. But I'm gonna stay on another 45 minutes or so, half an hour. You're right. They're not the same anti-mandate folk are anti-vaxxers, too cowardly to their own position. What? I read that. I butchered that. Hold on. You're right. They're not the same. Anti-mandate folk are the anti-vaxxers, too cowardly to own their own position. He butchered that. I mean, I don't even understand what he's trying to say there. I mean, it's possibly pro-vaccine and anti-mandate at the same time, right? Yeah, I mean, that's what I assumed he said. But even though I couldn't really understand what he wrote. La la la. Okay, here we go. I'm not saying all Republicans are racist, but every racist I ever met is Republican. Same premise as this is splitting hairs to protect the purposely misinformed and allowing them to carry on with their bullshit. Excuse me. I mean, it's like the same thing over and over and over again. They look like they were killing time to the next Trump rally. Say they just assume we're right wingers. My propaganda senses are tingling. Ha, this is from Phil. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing but straight up propaganda. Nobody cares. Anti-vax and anti-mandate people are both the same. Charlie Sheen there. Is he winning? Is Charlie Sheen winning? Is this has to be some kind of troll because he has no followers or he's not following anybody? So he's some kind of bot, I'm sure. But yeah, that's that person is clearly sheltered. Yep. I mean, I don't know which person. They're all sheltered. I mean, it's not just that one particular person. A lot of these people are sheltered. They refuse to go out. They refuse to do anything because of COVID. They're scared to death of COVID-19. Like, oh, I'm scared. I'm scared of the virus. Please, save me from the virus, government. Please save me. Anyways, yeah, I think I'm done with this for now. I mean, let me see. The one that thinks Repubs only can be racist. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, that one for sure. But I think they're all pretty sheltered. You know, what I mean, they don't want to go out and they don't want to do anything. They just want to stay home, tops, working from home. Like, please don't. I don't want. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out among the masses. The masses are all sick and have viruses that can maybe kill me or make me sick somehow. Maybe I don't know, but they're so sick. I mean, aren't they? I mean, I'm trying to keep myself safe and my family. Ridiculous. All right, now I want to move on from this because I'm tired of talking about these people and stuff. I want to talk about the possible war with Russia. Russia. I can't do a Russian accent, so I try and I fail miserably every time. So yeah, let me share that real quick. Hello there. Let me. Where is it? Here it is. Yep, here we go. I want to see. This is what CBS News thinks. What does Putin want from Russia-Ukraine crisis? So I saw this earlier and I thought I wanted to play this because I wanted to make a video about it, but since I'm live here, I might as well do it here. So let's wait. Let me know if you can hear the video because I'm not sure when I play it. Hold on. Oops, I just turned off my mic. Brilliant. You should be able to hear it now. So if you don't hear it, let me know in the chat because but I'm pretty sure you'll hear it.
From other world leaders, Russian President Vladimir Putin his questionable tactics in Ukraine remain unfazed. Our Holly Williams is there in Kyiv with the latest developments. Holly.
Good morning. While the Ukrainian government continues to urge calm, and in fact the country's defense minister told Ukrainians yesterday, don't worry, sleep well. But a 79-ton plane load of military equipment tells a somewhat different story. In Kyiv last night, a delivery Ukrainians yesterday, don't worry, sleep well. But
the Ukrainians are like, yeah, don't worry about it. The United States is full of shit. It's like they're not. The Russians aren't, and the invasion is not imminent. So why the Americans are just scaring people for no reason? No, there's a reason. There's an obvious reason why. I mean, but I'll get to that in a minute.
A 79-ton plane load of military equipment tells a somewhat different story.
No, it's not a different story. It's the Americans just trying to try to poke the Russians into war. It's like, oh yeah, let's send 79 tons of weapons, which they call lethal aid. Weapons. Let's send 79 tons of lethal aid for no reason, and let's hope that the Russians, attack based off that. That's what they're hoping for. They're desperate for. Biden seems desperate for a war with Russia. I don't know. He thinks his 1984 will improve his poll numbers. I don't know. Holly looks like Martha Stewart. Oh, she does. I just noticed that. I mean, I didn't even think about that.
In Kyiv last night, a delivery of nearly 300 Javelin anti-tank missiles and other munitions. This is just the latest shipment in $200 million worth of emergency military assistance from the US. But even with American help, Ukraine is still massively outgunned and outnumbered by its giant neighbour.
With around 100,000 Russian troops massed on its border,
The Russians are on their border. They haven't invaded. They haven't done anything. They're just sitting there on their border. So this is Putin saying, what are you going to do? I can't do a Russian accent. I'm not going to try. Putin's like, okay, so I have my troops there just in case you invade. So it's 100,000 troops, according to CBS. I'm not sure I believe that, but I'm going to go with a number for now. 100,000 troops. So it's like, okay, we're protecting our border. There's no indication they're going to invade Ukraine. Why would Putin risk that? Because he knows if he invades Ukraine, he's going to piss off the Americans. And hey, we're in World War III. Congratulations. But then why would he risk that? He's going to lose that war. It's not a winnable war. If he invades Ukraine, that makes no sense. Right now, he has no reason to invade Ukraine and take the whole country. He's going to start World War III and he's going to lose. Putin sounds like a high-pitched coconut. Hilarious. Let me finish this.
Ukraine's fate may be in the hands of just one man, Russia's President Vladimir Putin. But what is it that he really wants? Grew up in the USSR and worked as a KGB agent.
Yes, he was former KGB. Congratulations, you figured that out. Yeah, we know he's former KGB. And he lamented at one point that the fall of Soviet Union. Okay, I know that too. So what's your point? It's like you're trying to scare us. Ooh, KGB, USSR, communist, commie. Scare. You got to be scared of the commies, right? Remember that. We think it's 1984 still.
He wants Russia to become like the Soviet Union again. The most important thing for him is controlling the situation.
Mikhail Khodorkovsky is a Russian businessman and very public critic of Putin. He was convicted on corruption charges that many believe were politically motivated.
Based on what? I don't know this guy. I'm not going to say that he did what he did, and Putin's right, but or not necessarily Putin, but the government that prosecuted him. But yeah, he's a Putin critic. He just, it's based on what? It's ridiculous. Let's further scare. Let's scare them, scare Americans for ratings, for money, and if there's a war, holy shit, CBS gonna make out like bandits in the ratings. If there's a war, there's a Russia-U.S. war.
After 10 years in prison, he now lives in exile.
It's criminal boss. You need to talk with him like with criminal boss.
Love the Russian accent. It's like, he's like, yep. I can't do it at all. I wish I could. It'd be awesome, but I can't do the Russian accent.
Khodorkovsky claims that Putin's attempts to recreate a Russian empire are a way of distracting ordinary Russians from their economic hardship. He believes Putin's main goals are staying in power and enriching himself and his friends.
Oh, wow. That's a total no shit. No shit. That's exactly. He's been in power since 1999, pretty much. He's been Russian president. It's 2022 now. Yeah, that's exactly what he wants. He wants to remain in power as long as possible and enrich himself and his buddies. Kind of sounds like Joe Biden. He's been in Washington over 40 years and enriched himself. That's strange. But CBS will never report that, though. They'll never compare Biden to Putin. That's heresy to this corporate media.
It sounds like what you're saying is that Vladimir Putin is the Tony Soprano of world politics.
Exactly.
The Tony Soprano of world politics. All world leaders are like that for the most part. Actually, one's been in power for decades, like Putin. He wants his money. He wants to remain in power. And yeah, that's obvious. He's Putin. Vladimir Putin is no joke. He's been around for decades. This dude's been one of the longest serving world leaders out there that are supposedly elected. I don't know whether the Russians' elections are good or whether they're fake. I don't know. I have no indication of that. If you guys do, let me know. But yeah, it's this idea that Putin is like this scary fear mongering about this Russian president. It's just.
I've said this to Western politicians time and time again. You're dealing dealing with a mafia boss. If you want advice on how to talk to Vladimir Putin, ask your police.
Ask your police? What, an interrogation? You want to interrogate Putin? The motherfucker's former KGB. He's not going to give in. He's not going to give in. I mean, the dude, I don't even know if dude has emotions. I mean, I've never seen him smile, I don't think. He's like a robot. He's like that. You know, he doesn't. So, well, you think Joe Biden's going to intimidate Vladimir Putin? Is that what we're talking? He's going to intimidate Vladimir Putin. Anyways, let me finish up with this. Putin is a criminal. He's not a criminal. I'm not going to say that, but he's been in power for decades. He wants to remain in power, and he wants to make as much money as possible. Kind of reminds me of U.S. politicians like Biden, like Nancy Pelosi, who's running for re-election again, even though she's 180 years old. It seems like she's running for re-election again. Joe Biden's been in Washington since 1972. I mean, I wasn't even born when he was in Washington when he got first elected to the Senate. So this side that Putin's a special evil, even though our American politicians do something very similar, is absurd. I can't believe anyone would take that seriously, especially when you compare Putin to American politicians. Then, one more point on that. Putin, he's all those things I just said. Why in the world would he risk war with the U.S.? Somebody has to answer that question for me. He wouldn't risk war with the U.S. Not at all. Not even close. I mean, it's like what he would do, he's trying to protect his own borders, obviously. He's not going to actively invade Ukraine in order to give the Americans an excuse to invade. He's not stupid. He wants to, as they admitted today, he wants to remain in power, wants to make as much money as humanly possible for himself and for his buddies who keep him in power. That's all. He doesn't want to invade the United States and start World War III. For what? How would that benefit Putin? Somebody needs to tell me that. How would that benefit Vladimir Putin, the Russian president? Please tell me. Tell me in the chat or the comments after this video if you happen to see this after I'm done. But this is absolutely a ridiculous report by CBS, scaring us. Make sure we're scared to death here. You got to scare them. You got to go to, if there's World War III, that helps CBS a lot, even though we're most likely to be fucked pretty quickly because World War III is probably going to be nuclear bombs on our heads. And if whoever survives that is going to be disfigured, or there ain't going to be any survivors. So, and on top of that, okay. I lost my train of thought. There's one last thing on this. I keep saying one last thing, but I keep going. One last thing, seriously, though, before I move on. I think Albert Einstein said this. World War III will be fought with nuclear weapons, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. Nobody wants World War III. Not Biden, not Putin. This is nothing but a dick measuring contest, this whole thing. It's like, who's bigger? Is Putin bigger or Biden bigger? That's what this is. Or if Russians bigger or US are bigger. That's what this is. And I'm done with this for now. Well, I got one more thing I want to talk about real quick. Oops, not that. Where did that? Hello there. I have AOC. AOC commented on this Russian thing, this Ukraine situation. We have to hear her horrible commentary because I feel like it. And it's going to be fun to make fun of her a little bit. And let's see, let's share my screen again. I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Yes, this one. Okay, there you go.
Concern. And
maybe that's the beginning. All right. Here's AOC's comments, even though there's a longer video down there. I'll probably play that one too, but let's play this one.
Now, what is happening between Russia and Ukraine is of profound concern. And the Biden administration is well within their right to seek a diplomatic resolution to this issue, one that does not hurt the Ukrainian people, but allows them to exercise their right to self-determination and to continue to be a self-determined And so I believe that the Biden administration is well within their right to counter Russian aggression diplomatically.
Determination, that's talking points. They're very similar to what we hear in from the U.S. politicians from Venezuela and then Chile and all over South America. You know, self-determination, self-determination, self-determination. The same thing. Progressive politicians like AOC will tweet out anti-war platitudes every so often, then go on TV and assert that the Biden administration is well within their rights to seek a diplomatic solution to the issue, which they not. Sending 75 tons of weapons to Ukraine is not diplomatic. That's an obvious poking of the Russians, trying to get them to invade Ukraine. That's what that is. That's not diplomatic. Diplomatic is having your diplomats call Russian diplomats and trying to come up with a deal to avert the crisis. This is not diplomacy, what the United States is doing here. There's another, here we go. Representative AOC. The conflict between Ukraine and Russia is profoundly concerning, but military conflict is not the solution. We must seek a diplomatic resolution rather than escalate tensions and avoid sanctions that hurt the Ukrainian people. Why would you sanction Ukraine? What the hell did they do? They had nothing to do with this. They're Ukraine. You mean Russia? You mean trying to sanction Russia more? Which, as she admits, it would hurt the Russians. It would hurt the Russian people. Why would you sanction the Ukrainians when they have nothing to do with this? They're the pawn in the middle. Russia's here, the U.S. is here, Ukraine is here in the middle. Like, they're stuck in the middle of two superpowers, pretty much. The Russians aren't really superpower anymore, but they have nuclear weapons, so I call them superpowers. Superpower. That's right. There are two superpowers here, and the Ukrainians are stuck here. So I don't know what she's talking about, but let's watch this whole thing real quick.
Apart from all the domestic fights that are going on, there's a big, actual, real fight, a war possibly about to happen in Europe. How concerned are you about what's happening in Ukraine? How worried are you about a full-scale war involving the U.S.? And do you think Biden has handled this crisis well so far? Badly? Okay? What's your grade?
I'm going to guess she says A. He's done a great job in handling this crisis. It's like she said when, not she, but the other one, Premier Jayapal said Biden got an A so far, but I'm going to guess she's going to say something like, oh, I'm going to give him an A. Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen this one yet, so we'll see.
Well, you know, I'm quite concerned about some of the dynamics here. One of them, frankly, is that you have an entire military industrial complex outside of the U.S. military, but, you know, part of this complex of contractors that frankly just left Afghanistan and are starved for revenue. And I'm very concerned about the urgency of this situation really becoming and materializing into a situation that could be exploited by for-profit military interests. Now, what is happening between Russia and Ukraine is of profound concern. And the Biden administration is well within their right to seek a diplomatic resolution.
Diplomatic. I mean, she's obviously just, like, I have no idea what she said there, by the way. I mean, that was on the flowery rhetoric and just, like, word salad. This is the part where we saw earlier, 30-second clip. But before that, nothing but a word salad. I couldn't, I kind of, my ADD acted up and like, whoop, gone. My brain went blank. She does that to me a lot. Like, I lose my train of thought all the time when she speaks because she's so boring. She's not boring, but she's more of she just word salads herself through answers. You know, it's like, she stumbles her way through answers, word salad. I don't understand the words she says a lot of times because it's like, this word salad. It's like, it just makes no sense what she says. So let's see if I can make sense at the last minute here.
To this issue, one that does not hurt the Ukrainian people, but allows them to exercise their right to self-determination and to continue to be a self-determined nation. And so I believe that the Biden administration is well within their right to.
She just stumbled away to that answer. It's like determination. She stumbled away to that answer.
To counter Russia's aggression diplomatically, but there is not a military solution to this problem. And in fact, on top of that, there is great concern. Fareed
In fact, on top of that, okay.
Karia made an excellent point in the Washington Post that there's also oil pipelines here at play, and the potential design and entertainment of certain sanctions could precipitate an energy crisis. And so we cannot ignore the role of fossil fuels and, frankly, climate change and the great need for energy transition, the contributions that those are making to the...
All right, so that's that. That's the end of that clip. Yeah, I kind of lost track there. It was like, she's more word salads and stuff. She's right about there's oil pipelines here in play and stuff, so, but nobody wants World War III. I guarantee you the United States doesn't even want World War III. This is posturing. This is grandstanding by both sides, like a dick measuring contest. I mean, and putting it in a more blunt way. It's like, who's bigger? Let's whip out and see who's bigger. I don't know if I mean, I never went to college really in my youth, so I don't know whether this is a thing in frat houses or not. But it's like, who's bigger? I don't know. That's what this is. This is grandstanding. This is posturing by both countries. Ukraine's stuck in the middle, and they're trying to preach calm to their people, and they're trying to let the world know, look, we're not really, the Russians aren't going to invade. I mean, we appreciate the weapons from the Americans, but the Russians aren't going to invade. That's their talking points coming out of Kiev. Is Kiev the capital of Ukraine? Almost sure it is, but not 100% sure. So let me know in the chat whether it is or not. Well, I mean, what time is it? Do I have time to keep going? Let me see. 5 minutes. Yeah, I think I do. I can do this video. I can do one more video, and then I'll be done for today. Hello there, I'm back. No, bear with me 1 second. Here we go. This is Miss Brianna Kellner, whatever her name is on CBS. Oh, not CBS. CNN. Oops. And she's going to talk about the Fox News and their COVID coverage. She's going to get mad about that. So let's check this out real quick. And by the way, I was going to make these videos too, honestly, which is why I decided to do it all at once here, the live stream, because I'm not going to do a live stream just about my tweets against me and then do videos after that. I don't have time for that. So I'm doing it all at once. So then eventually it's going to be edited out and uploaded and all that stuff and clips. So let's play this real quick. And
yes, we are tired of the pandemic. With all of the divisiveness over COVID, that may be the one sentiment that people can actually agree on. But one commentator spurred a controversy by characterizing that fatigue like this.
We were told, you get the vaccine. You get the vaccine and you get back to normal. And we haven't gotten back to normal. This is going to be remembered by the younger generation as a catastrophic moral crime. It's a pandemic of bureaucracy. It's not real anymore. I'm done with COVID. I'm done.
Sherwood.
Yeah, I'm done with COVID too. Yeah, it's been 2 years, almost 2 years in March. So since it's pretty much started. So yeah, I'm done. I'm personally done with it. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm fully vaccinated. I'm ready to move on. Yeah, we'll protect ourselves. Of course, I'll use a mask, maybe not. Depends on what I feel like doing on that day. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. It depends on what I feel like. But yeah, I'm tired. I want to move on. I want to get back to my life. I'm 35 years old. I'm not like I'm young anymore. I'm not going to keep getting boosted every 6 months or a year. Keep wearing a mask around here for the rest of my life. God, excuse me. And I'm tired. I mean, if you are autoimmune, if you have issues like that, I think, yeah, I mean, it sucks for you, but I just, I don't want to sound callous here, but you need to take care of yourself. If you need to put on a mask, if you need to get boosted every 6 months, that's fine. You do what you got to do to keep yourself safe. Don't expect everybody else to be able to do that. Because eventually we got to move on. We can't keep the mask wearing going on forever. We just can't do it. And boosters and fear porn or fear mongering about this. This,
It would be nice if COVID were done with us too, done with hospitals, done with the doctors and the nurses who are stretched to their breaking points in many cases. We are not, though, done. We're not back to normal. And that is because so many people are still actively choosing not to be vaccinated. So I get her outrage. I'm not sure I get the direction of it when clowns like this are given platforms to sell their disinformation to millions.
We're at a very dangerous moment, Tucker, and I'm not exaggerating. I think this is probably the most important appearance I've had with you in the last 2 years. It is completely clear now that the vaccines don't really work at all against Omicron.
I don't know who this dude is, to be clear. I've never heard of him. Alex Bernson? Yeah, I butcher names anyways. Yeah, I don't know who he is. I've never heard of him. So I love the chyron here. I'm not sure you can see this, but it says Alex Bergson, his last name. Neither a scientist nor a doctor. Like, I love that chyron there. It's like, yeah, I mean, who cares? You know, I mean, he has the right to his opinion, and he wrote an entire book on it. So obviously, I assume he's done his research and stuff, but I don't know whether the vaccine. I don't want to agree with him that the vaccines don't work against Omicron. I don't know about that. I would have to do my own research and come to my own conclusions on that. But I love that chyron. I just noticed that too. I watched this video before coming on live, and I didn't see that part. So that's like a TYT type trick that in the chyron when they put stuff like that there. Maybe CNN is getting tips from TYT there. I don't know.
In these highly vaccinated and highly boosted countries, rates of infection are incredibly high, and rates of serious disease and death are also rising. The mRNA COVID vaccines need to be withdrawn from the market now. No one should get them. No one should get boosted. No one should get double boosted. They are a dangerous and ineffective product at this point against Omicron.
You know what's dangerous? That guy. Twitter yanked him entirely because he lies about COVID. He's lying.
Okay. Twitter shouldn't be fucking taking down people's accounts because they lie about COVID. What he's saying there is he's not following the administration's narrative on COVID, which is why he got taken down from Twitter. Because I've said this on Twitter before, Twitter, Facebook, and Google/YouTube are arms of the Democratic Party at this point. So they'll do whatever the administration tells them to do. If the administration says you have to ban people who are anti-vaccine, they'll do that. They don't even ask questions about it. They'll do it. It's like, yep, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're banned, you're censored, you're censored. That's what they'll do because the administration gives them those orders. And CNN gladly will continue to do that and spread that message because they're also an armed Democratic Party too at this point.
There about the vaccine and the protection that it provides, but Fox has had this mad non-scientist on all pandemic. Here are some real stats about the vaccine. All of these easily accessible to anyone who actually wants to know the truth. According to the NIH,
I love this part. I'm not sure you could see it there. It's pretty small, but look at the source. Like it said on the bottom there, underneath, likelier to be hospitalized. It says Dr. Anthony Fauci Senate hearing. That's your source for these numbers here. So the NIH, in other words. I'm like, really? I mean, that's what you came, Dr. Anthony Fauci during one of his Senate hearings. That's what your source is. Is that going to get people to believe? Is that what you get these anti-vaxxers to believe? They hate Dr. Fauci. I mean, that's the main person they hate. They cannot wait to attack him and call him names and threaten his life. I mean, this guy is like public enemy number one when it comes down to these unvaxxed and the anti-vaccine people. You're going to use him as a source and his Senate hearing? Unbelievable. A few more minutes.
Unvaccinated people are 20 times likelier to die of COVID than unvaccinated people who catch COVID. Pardon me. Unvaccinated, 20 times more likely to die than vaccinated folks who catch COVID. They're 17 times likelier to be hospitalized, 10 times likelier to be infected. And then just to put the hospitalization rate in stark contrast, here, the red line there, that represents unvaccinated people filling hospitals last year due to COVID.
See, apparently this red line here is the hospitalization of the unvaccinated. The orange line down there, you can barely see it in this, but There's an orange line down there, which is the vaccinated, who've been hospitalized. It says COVID-19 linked hospitalizations. It doesn't say these are people who have COVID. These are people who are hospitalized, but they tested positive for COVID at the same time. These are people that are, they could have gone in for a broken leg. But meanwhile, if they tested positive for COVID, then they're hospitalized because of COVID. See, that's what the source of this is CDC, according to this. Let me see. Can I see that rate per 100,000 people? It says on the right hand side. Okay, but that's kind of deceptive. This graph.
COVID. The orange line, there on the bottom, the pretty straight line, vaccinated. The vaccine not only works, it's keeping people alive. And it has really created two distinct paths in this pandemic. The take your life into your own hands, dramatically increase your odds of still being there for your spouse, your kids, your parents, your grandkids. And then the other path.
Now, this is emotional blackmail. You have to get vaccinated because if you don't, then you have to get vaccinated because if you don't, then you'll die and you won't be able to see your kids grow up. You won't be able to see your wife, your husband, your father, your mother, et cetera, because you died. So you have to get vaccinated for that reason. That's the emotional porn that they use in order to get to shame you into getting vaccinated.
Path. The role that maybe you won't be there to be in the family photo next to your path. According to the Kaiser Family Foundation, nearly 100,000 people who chose that second path died unnecessarily between July and October last year. They were not vaccinated. Think of all the people who loved them at Thanksgiving dinner, gathering for the holidays without them. Before that, back in September, CNN took a snapshot of the pandemic in red and blue states. The 12 states with the highest case rate for every 100,000 people were run by Republican governors. The 13 states with the highest hospitalization rate for every 100,000 people run by Republican governors. The 15 states with the highest percentage of deaths for every 100,000 people run by Republican governors. Red states, which make up a significant portion of Fox viewers. The network spent the past 24 hours up in...
Let's see. The monoclonal clinics. That's proven... it's not proven to work against Omicron, let's be fair. But the companies that make those treatments are... they are developing treatments for Omicron. So, Fox News is ridiculous. We all know that, but they're obviously a Republican Party, outlet, which is fine. But this is easy. This is easy for her to just attack Fox News and Trump all day, which is what she does, by the way.
Up in arms over the Biden administration's decision to restrict the use of 2 monoclonal antibody treatments that are proven not to work against the Omicron variant, according to the FDA. None of that coverage at Fox Entertainment, of course, is aimed at the real and most urgent.
Fox Entertainment. Yeah, they're not a real news organization. Let's make that clear. We at CNN are a real news organization. You see how she emphasized entertainment, when she said Fox Entertainment. Just remember, they're entertainment and not news. I'm not saying Fox News is news. Lately they've been doing a lot of pretty good news coverage, but they're not news. We all know that. They're not. MSNBC is not news. CNN is not news. There's no news here. There's no reporting. There's more opinion and commentary and stuff like that.
Issue, which is people not getting the protection of the vaccine. Also strange that vaxxers are just fine with getting COVID treatments. Amazing miracles of science. Once they get COVID and they are staring down the odds, but they don't want the vaccine. Also a miracle of science. And again, the Daily Double question is, why is Rupert Murdoch, who was one of the first to get vaccinated, allowing this anti-science BS on the air? Because it is killing people. But ratings. And that is the ultimate moral crime.
Moral crime. Why is Rupert Murdoch allowing this stuff on his air? Because it gets ratings and it sells and it makes him more money. Simple. It's not complicated. She makes it seem like, oh, why he's the first one to get vaccinated. Yeah, okay. What is he? 80 years old? 80, something like that. I mean, obviously he'd be one of the first ones to get vaccinated. Yeah, I mean, it's up to the viewers. People, I mean, it's up. If Fox News viewers don't want to get vaccinated, that's on them. That's not on Rupert Murdoch. I can't believe I'm actually defending Rupert Murdoch, but here I am. I mean, Rihanna Kellner managed to get me to defend Rupert Murdoch. Yeah, I mean, so that was just a ridiculous coverage and in opinion. She got famous. For during the Trump presidency. Her entire show was attacking Trump. That's all she did during the Trump years. Just like Rachel Maddow got famous because of Russiagate. Oh, actually, she was famous before then, but her ratings especially went up during the Russiagate era. It was the Russian hour Rachel Maddow. You know everything about Russia. I hear Brianna Kellner during Trump presidency. Everything Trump. hmm So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right here. Let me do this. Turn this off. Here we go. Hello. I'm gonna end the stream right here. I appreciate everybody who came by, hung off a little bit, all the comments. It's more than I ever expected. I think at one point the highest I had was 10 viewers. Wow, I'm surprised and impressed. Actually, at 2:30 in the afternoon, when I had to come on at this time, I couldn't come on later. So I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Hope everything went well. There were no technical issues. You guys didn't tell me about any, so I'm sure there weren't. But yeah, I mean, here, let me do this real quick. Make sure you, oops, messed that up. Oh, here we go. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. There's my main account and my backup account there. Make sure you do that. My Odyssey and Rumble pages and Twitch pages are all down there in my link tree down there. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, man. I have Weekends with the Handsome Cynic. That's coming probably not tomorrow, but next Saturday. I don't have a guest lined up yet, like I said before, but that guest is coming. And I'm going to reach out to people this weekend about possibly coming on next Saturday. So hopefully I'll be able to get a guest. I'll definitely let you guys know in a video or in another live stream. I might feel like doing a live stream again because I like this. This was fun. And let me see what else I have to promote. Oh yeah, I'm a part of the Indie News Network, as you know. So the link tree to all that in the description box below. Make sure you check that out, and make sure you subscribe and like this stream, and subscribe and like my YouTube videos. Subscribe to my Twitch. Keep doing vids. Keep doing vids. A bunch of people jumped over to Rofkin to support Combo. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here anyway. So I appreciate everyone who came onto the stream. My next stream will probably be at night around 7-8 o'clock because I couldn't do it today, so which is why I was doing it in the afternoon. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining me and commenting and liking the stream and all that other stuff. Hope everybody has great rest of the day. Make sure you check out Combo Couch over on Rofkin because they got screwed over by YouTube again. Big surprise there. And I see you guys soon. Thanks for joining me and have a great day.